Today we're going to be talking about health bars. Now, GameMaker has a built-in health system which you can find underneath score, and you can use that for your player. However, this is a global variable. That means there's just one of them, and if you make changes to that variable on other objects, it affects all of them. So you can't use this health system for your player and for the enemies. But I'm going to set it up for the player first. So here's how it's done. In the creation event, you're going to set the health to 100 to start off, not relative. Okay? And this is just enemy speed, so that's what you do there. Then you can draw it. And in order to draw it, you draw the health bar relative to yourself, starting X is 0, and X2 I put 50 because that's how big I want it to be, but don't go any bigger than your health variable. And then I put -10, -15, so it will be above the player. Let's have a look at it. Okay, well, I got all this Python code going on in the background. That's bad form. Here is the health bar for the player. Yes, I could adjust it up a little bit more, but it is there. They put a nice outline on for you too. Alright, now you may have noticed that there's also this draw sprite in here. That's underneath the draw event here. It's right here. That's because once you hijack this draw event, which is automatically happening normally, to draw the sprite, you have to tell it to also draw the sprite of the player relative to where it is now. Okay, so that's for the player, and that works fairly well. However, if you used to also put that on the enemy, when you shoot the enemy, you take the enemy's health down and yours at the same time. There's just no way to win that game. So I'll show you how to do that. Here's the object enemy. I'm going to make my own health variable for this enemy. So when it's created, I set this variable I'm creating called enemy health. I'm going to set this to 50. Okay, you have to remember that variable name, enemy health. Then I'm going to set my color to red because that's the color I want of my health bar. If you don't, it will default as black. Then I'm going to draw a rectangle because that's all a health bar is. It's a rectangle, and it's going to go from X of 0 right on top of me. The second value of the rectangle is enemy health. So if I set enemy health to 50, it's going to be 50 long, and then I have it -10 and -15. That's going to put it above me. Okay. Now, I do have a step event in here that checks if enemy health is smaller than 0, the enemy will be destroyed. And and that's about it. You also want to make sure that you draw your own square sprite too, relative to who you are, or you will disappear. Then I have a collision with the bullet. So if the bullet hits the enemy, I'm going to take my enemy's health and I'm going to bring it down 10 relative to what it already is now. So it brings it down 10 in value. If you don't check this, you'll make it -10 right away and it will die. Let's go 5. I want to be able to shoot it a few times. That being said, let's try it out. I'm juking. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, yeah. Got him. 2 shots. Done. Yeah. You may have noticed that when I hit my enemy, it destroyed it. And what was happening is, since I didn't destroy the bullet, the collision continued as the bullet passed through the enemy. And so it was taking off damage 30 times per second. The way around that is to destroy the bullet when it collides with the enemy, so it cannot continue to take damage. Alright, problem fixed. Later.